Welcome back. Now stories from around the world. A legal advisor for Myanmar's ruling National League for Democracy party has been shot dead outside Yangon's International Airport in what appeared to be a real outbreak of political violence in the capital. A spokesman for President Atin Kwal Zal Ate says the police have arrested a lone gunman, which is motive for killing the 65-year-old Ko Ni on Sunday was unknown, as he also killed a taxi driver who tried to stop him. A police official says the suspect was a 53-year-old Myanmar citizen from the central city of Mandalay. The apparent assassination comes amid heightened tensions in Buddhist-majority Myanmar, where leader Aung San Suu Kyi is under pressure over a heavy-handed security operation in an area of the country's northwest that is populated mostly by Muslims. Ko Ni, an expert in constitutional law, had spoken out about the powerful role the military retains in the governing Myanmar, despite handing over power to Aung San Suu Kyi's civilian administration in April. Ko Ni had joined the Minister for Information, P. Myint, on the visit to Muslim-majority Indonesia, bid as an opportunity to share experiences of national reconciliation. During special rapporteur for Myanmar, Yangi Lee voiced her outrage over Ko Ni's killing, saying she had met him on a last trip to the country earlier this month, which included a visit to Rakhine. Meanwhile, at least 5 people were shot dead by gunmen during evening prayers at a mosque in Quebec City in Canada's French-speaking province of Quebec on Sunday. Quebec City Police spokesperson David Poitras confirmed that an unknown number of people were also feared injured in the shooting in the Saint-Foy neighborhood, which happened at about 7:55 p.m. local time. The Ministry of Interior says at least 49 militants were killed during the counter-terrorism operations in 7 provinces. In a statement, the ministry says the operations were conducted in Emland, Nangarhar, Kandahar, Farah, Jowzjan, Harat, and Faryab province. As a result, other 6 were wounded and 5 were arrested by Afghan National Defense and Security Forces. The statement further added that during these operations, Joint Force discovered and confiscated light and heavy rounds of ammunition, 3 rocket launchers, 2 PK machine guns, and 6 AK-47 rifles. The militant groups active in Afghanistan, including the Taliban insurgents, have not commented regarding reports so far. The Afghan security forces are busy conducting their annual counter-terrorism operations against the militant groups. The annual operations by the Afghan forces were launched in response to Taliban's spring offensive, which was launched by the group in mid-April last year. The Afghan officials say that the annual operations by the Afghan forces are aimed at eliminating the key members of the group in a bid to suppress their insurgency activities. White House says U.S. President Donald Trump and South Korea's acting President Hwang Kyo-ahn vowed on Sunday to strengthen their joint defense capabilities against the belligerent North. U.S. Defense Secretary Chief James Mattis, on his first trip, will travel to South Korea on Wednesday and Japan on Friday, as Trump threatened to withdraw U.S. force from the 2 countries if they do not set up their financial support for their defense during his campaign. The trip comes amid worries in the 2 long-standing American allies about the direction of U.S. policy in the region under Trump. Seoul and Washington agreed last year to install the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System in the South after a string of North Korean nuclear and missile tests, prompting strong objections from China, which fears it will undermine its own ballistic capabilities. Earlier this month, Awang warned that North Korea's nuclear and missile capabilities are accelerating at an unprecedented pace, as he called for the swift deployment of the anti-missile system. Within South Korea, voices opposing the installation have grown louder, with some opposition candidates pleading to scrap the agreement if they win a presidential election due this year. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday described the police force prosecuting his deadly crime war as corrupt to the core, but extended the crackdown until the last day of his term in 2022. Duterte says he intended to cleanse the police force after a series of scandals in which nearly 40% of the officers were caught committing murder, extortion and robbery while using the drug war as cover-up. Following Duterte's commitment at a press conference just after midnight, National Police Chief Ronald Delal Rosal announced that all anti-drug units across the country would be suspended as the cleansing took place. Once in office, Duterte extended the time frame of the drug war until March of this year, but on Monday he says there would be no end while he was in power. His comments came 7 months after he took office and immediately tasked police with being the frontline troops in his plans to wipe out the illegal drug trade, and he said was threatening to turn the Philippines into a narco state. Since then, police have reported shooting dead more than 2,500 people they have accused of being drug suspects, alleging to every occasion they had to open fire in self-defense. Human rights groups and relatives of some of the victims have alleged the police frequently shoot dead defenseless people and often plant drugs and a gun on the bed-riddled corpse. Nearly 4,000 other people have died in unexplained circumstances in the crackdown, according to official figures. Duterte won the presidential elections largely on a law and order platform, headlined by a vow to eliminate the illegal drug trade in 3 of 6 months, where presidents are allowed to serve only a single term of 6 years. And that's sport news.